This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined once again by the hitman himself, Ricky Hatton. How are you, Rick?
How you doing? How you doing, mate?
All good.
Enjoy your birthday.
Yeah, 21 again.
Save me some cake.
Yeah, it's in the post. The cake's in the post, Rick.
What are you doing in the back of a car there?
Because I'm having a bit of work done at my house, and the drilling was driving me mad. I thought I can't have the drilling while I'm talking to you, so I've just gone and sat in the car.
What, you're on the back seat of someone's car again, mate? There, no?
Fake taxi.
Yeah. don't know what you're on about.
Don't know what you're on about. I just heard the term a little while ago. How you been keeping, Rick?
Yeah, been good. I think everyone's relaxed a little bit now, haven't they? I think. I mean, that's not a good thing, actually, even though, you know what I mean? I mean, we're still going to keep on the ball, aren't we? But I think we're over the worst of it. I think shops are opening, pubs are opening, flights are opening to go abroad now. So I think we're over the worst of it. I think we've just got to be sensible. And I think we're nearly home now, you know, so it's been good from where we were a few months ago to where we are now. I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you one of the first ones down the pub, or did you give it a miss?
No, I never went to the pub on the Saturday. I went on the Sunday, and I went into Manchester for the first time in 4 months, just for anything, just to have a nosy, just curiosity to see what it's all about. But it was good to get out of the house, you know, and good to something different, something new. But it wasn't the same, but it's not going to be the same. It was pretty quiet, pretty dead, but we still had a good laugh. And the main thing is progress is being made, isn't it? It was nice just to get out of the house. I mean, because when we were allowed a few people, family members, to come back, we had a few people around the house, to watch the football and stuff like that. But once you've had a couple of weeks of them under your belt, you just want to get out of the house and go somewhere different, don't you? So it was good to get out, and I just over the next few weeks, I think it'll get easier and easier. A little bit more freedom will be given, but I do think we're over the worst of it now.
Quick question about the football: when you watch it, do you have the crowd on or off?
I have the crowd on. I had it off the week, and it was like watching a friendly. It was crap, wasn't it? Just like no atmosphere, and it is what it is. At least the crowd makes it a bit something like, I could still hear them Scousers putting the fireworks out on outside the Etihad though when they won the league. But now fair play, they were the best team over the league. We had a season of missed chances and whatnot, and the best team won it in the end. So no complaints. We've got to concentrate on the cups now, and that's whipping you in the semi-final, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, well, I'd like to share some sort of optimism about it, but with Arsenal, you never know what you're getting. So I kind of expect us probably to go out at that stage. So we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, it's been good though. I think when the football started, mate, brought a bit of oomph back into our lives, didn't it? Again, you know what I mean? We're missing the boxing, missing the football, couldn't get out of the house and that. And even though, we couldn't go to the match and it was on the TV, I think that made a difference. You can have your couple of your pals round, watch the game, or go to your mate's house and watch the game there. I think that eased the tension a little bit, bringing the footy back.
Absolutely. So boxing does return actually tomorrow night. Frank Warren launches his return with the BT Sports Studios shows, which begin tomorrow. Matchroom begin in roughly 3 weeks. So we're getting some boxing back. We haven't got an audience and a crowd there, but at least boxing is coming back to some sort of capacity, Rick. Yeah,
it's all baby steps at the minute, whether it be the football, whether it be the boxing. I can't think of too many fights off the top of my head that on Eddie's or Frank's or BT or Sky's shows, I should say for that matter. But it's going to be a good couple of weeks. There's some good fights on, isn't there? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's some really good fights. I think the Harper and Jonas fight, the ladies fight, I think that's an interesting one, which will probably come a little bit sooner than maybe might have been expected. But I think the lockdown's going to make for better fights, I think. Because the bigger fights, because we've been waiting on the boxing, people have to get stuck in a little bit more now, don't they? I feel so.
Yeah, well, we're definitely looking forward to that. Obviously, starting tomorrow night on BT Sport. But just want to talk to you about a few of the issues that have been kind of running over the last month. Boxing's always like a soap opera, and it's always got various issues going on. But I wanted to ask you what you thought about Billy Joe Saunders ruling himself out or being in contention, shall we say, for the Canelo fight. He's outlined his reasons, but he's pretty much said that, the money implications and also the length of time in order to get ready, as in from the date the fight was announced, wouldn't be kind of to his favour. So he's ruling himself out. What do you think about that, Rick?
Well, I believe Billy's in pretty decent shape. I mean, Billy has been known, like myself, I guess, to go up a few pounds, in between fights. I mean, but I believe from Ben Davison, he's been keeping on top of things. He's been keeping in pretty good shape. But still, I think, did they give him six weeks, KUGAN?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think
something like that, to fight Canelo, and because of the crowds, you can't have the crowds there, and that they wanted him to to take a bit of a lower purse and stuff like that. I think that's something like that. I mean, Billy Joe Saunders is a 2-weight world champion. I mean, so what he's done has been fantastic. And we all know what Billy Joe's capable of. But the one thing that Billy was lacking, and I think Billy will say himself, was that big name, that big defining fight, which he got with Canelo. But I don't blame him for knocking it back. If you want a defining fight against Canelo, you want paying the proper money for it. Can't blame him for pulling out on that. It's one thing about taking the opportunity when it's there. But Billy, if Billy puts in the good performances, once we come out of this shit, he'll get his shot again, I think, unless Canelo gets the ump or sees his ass and don't want to give it him. But I don't think you can blame Billy. I think Billy's in pretty decent shape for where Billy's at, especially during the lockdown. But if you're going to get your defining fight against someone like Canelo, who's number one pound for pound on the top of his game, you won't pay the right money for it. So don't blame Billy one bit.
And Rick, some fighters are like this. Obviously, they need that date cemented for them to actually officially and properly mentally start their camp, because obviously Billy Joe's been out in Fuerteventura with Ben Davison and probably has put on a little bit of weight as well.
Yeah, but I spoke to Ben on the phone, and Ben said, he's not in bad shape. Everyone keeps going on about the weight because 9 times out of 10 that is the case with Billy. He said, but it's not been the case. He said he's in pretty decent shape for where he's at. But still, when I couldn't do a fight in 6 weeks, Q. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't do a fight in 8 weeks. Do you know what I mean? So Billy's in the same, you've got to, get your weight down first and then build it up slowly as you go along. And when you're used to doing 12 weeks or 10 weeks, to all of a sudden be given 6 weeks and being given a lesser purse because of circumstances, I don't think there's anyone out there that can blame him for knocking it back,
He's got to be, like I said, financially and also the best kind of the longest and best camp preparation for him for a fight like that is crucial.
And he's got to know he's done everything right up there as well, hasn't he? And if he's not been given the right time he's used to, that's another one, isn't it? Yeah.
It's mad to think, Rick, that when you were fighting, the amount of you were known for it, in between camps, the amount of weight you had to drop, and you always did it. But, it wasn't, I suppose, the most ideal way of doing things, but it suited you in some respects.
Yeah, well, I never struggled at making the weight. I never struggled to get down at 10 stone. Believe it or not, making the weight was not easy. It's where I fucking come from in order to make it, which was my problem. And, Frank Warren, Frank Warren or any of my promoter at the time, if anyone had come up to me and say, Rick, you've got 8 weeks to get in shape for this fight, and I fucking pissed myself. It just couldn't be done. But I know once I had the right time to do it gradually at the right time, steady, building up my stamina, dropping the weight, building up my strength as the weight was coming down. I never struggled at making the weight. And that sounds strange, but it was from the weight the way I used to come down from, which was the dangerous part, but I always had enough time to do it. And I think, Billy's experienced enough that, listen, I've got that fight there, it's a good payday, but I'm cramming everything in and I'm not getting paid what I probably should get paid. So there it goes, and I just fingers crossed. I hope he gets another chance at it.
Absolutely.